Hey everybody, Logan here. Well, it's arrived. If you guys haven't been paying attention to my channel lately, and why haven't you? And if this is your first time, hit that subscribe button. But it finally came in. I ordered it pretty much the day it was announced, and well, it arrived about 2 days ago, but I've been pretty busy, and well, some other things came in, but now, here we go. It's the GameSir G7 Pro Tri-Mode. Yes, but you're like, wait a minute. Haven't you covered this like 1,037 times? Yes, but this is the new Plum Purple. The reason I picked this one up, this was not sent to me. I bought this myself is because I have the Ember, which is the black and red, the original, and the D-pad is just atrocious, almost unusable. But after GameSir sent me the G7 Pro 8K for PC, I wanted one that actually performed as well as that did on the Xbox, and it is not Xbox compatible. So it had upgraded parts, especially that D-pad. So everything I've heard is these new ones have that upgraded D-pad. And well, I think that's a very nice color. There were two different ones. There was a purple and the orange. I like this one. So I said, what the heck, let's give it a shot. And I'll let you guys know if it is definitely worth buying if you've been holding out this long for either a new color or an updated version. Let's open it and find out. There we go. G7 Pro Tri-Mode, Plum Purple. So it looks the exact same. If everything in the box is the same, everything about the box is the same, except now they have this up here. Everything's identical. So the one thing that I have heard, but again, I don't know this for a fact, if you see the one that says PC Gamer editor pick, you might be getting the ones with the upgraded D-pads. So again, another thing that I've been told, if you find the Ember or the white and it has that, it has the upgraded D-pad. But again, I cannot confirm. So how about, okay, so yep, just the tabs. How about we just open this up? All right, that's different than I thought it would look. So in the box and online, the D-pad and the buttons look to be the same exact color. Here, they are not. This is a much darker purple. This is pink. This is, I guess that would be more of a fuchsia, wouldn't it? While this is purple and that's pink. So the colors don't match per se, but it still looks pretty nice to me. Oh, you can already tell. You can already tell. So let's put that here. Here is the original. It's extremely loose, very wobbly. And it's just a terrible overall D-pad. But here, you can already feel the difference. It doesn't wobble. It's, yeah, that's significantly better. Significantly better. So let's pop off the faceplate. Come on. Come on. All right, so we got that complete purple look underneath. Let's pop that one off. And then we still have the two other D-pads in here. And here you got your dongle. Probably won't be using that because I will be using this for the Xbox. And the one that you want to use with the G7 SE faceplates. But here, we'll pop this one in here. This is actually the one I prefer with this. Pop that in. Okay, so these are black. In some of the images, it looked like it had a purple hue to it, but it's just solid black. So you got plastic on the front, rubber on the back, just like the other ones. Still your two flappy paddles with the locks. It actually feels a bit better in the hand. The triggers actually feel stiffer. That's good. They don't feel as loose as this one. Yeah, that actually has a better feel to it. The original G7 Pros just don't feel like they were built well enough. And since it's been now a year and some change that they've been out, a lot of people have really attested to their longevity, and apparently the older models had trigger issues and D-pad issues. The sticks have been fine, everything else has been fine, but you can tell that GameSir has paid attention and has really improved the quality just on feel alone. Yeah, that feels much better. There we go. Let's see what else is in here. That nice purple cable, and then your packet of all your goodies. So just by this alone, now performance, it's something that's going to be identical for the two of them. So if you want to see any of my other G7 Pro review performance-wise, except for the 8K because the 8K is not Xbox, go with the older ones because the videos are going to give you the same exact information. But this, it automatically just feels better. I like the look of it though. You wanna have some fun here? Let's play some mix and match. That looks awful, doesn't it? You can swap out the D-pads if you want, but then you get that here, that here, that here. See, that's what the D-pad on this should have felt like. That is a weird looking controller if I do say so myself, but hey, you have the option to swap everything in and out. You can do the same thing with the 8K or the Wu Chang or any other variation that you decide you want to pick up. So you can even put that, see, that doesn't look bad over here. That actually looks pretty good. You can do almost any combination on the Ember, but make sure you get the new Ember because that's an awful D-pad. That looks pretty good there, I can't lie. So take that back off, put that on there. I think that is solid. Now, if you guys want to know my long-term, drop it in the comment section below. I'm going to be using this in and out with a couple of other controllers. And I'm going to let you know whether or not the D-pad holds up in the long run to see if it doesn't get loose like this one does, if it stays precise, and if the triggers don't have that issue. Because again, like I said, I've heard a ton of people say that there's been trigger problems. Not sure exactly what they are because I've heard so many different ones, from the triggers not landing, the triggers breaking, the rumble stop working, so many ones. But from my understanding, these new models have fixed that. But I guess we'll find out, and I will let you know in probably an update video that says, okay, is this worth buying after so many months? Is it still holding up? Have I found any issues? Where this one, if you guys see my videos, I've stopped using these just because the older ones, even the Wu Chang, trying to play games like, let's say Shredder's Revenge or any of the fighting games, I still go back and play Killer Instinct, or let's say Marvel Cosmic Invasion, this becomes unplayable. Shooters, it's just fine. I haven't had any problems with these triggers, but the G7 that I use the most, the Pro, is the Wu Chang, and again, haven't had any issues with the triggers, but the D-pads are just horrible. So if you're trying to do any responsiveness in a game that requires the D-pad, you want to stay away from that one. But again, long term, we'll find out. Let me know what you guys think, and I will continue updating you on these controllers, so you have the informed decision on which one you want to buy. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. God bless each and every one of you. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.